Right, okay, your last lesson before summer is on cómo sería tu casa ideal. Um, if you translate that question literally, it would mean how would your ideal house be? But it doesn't really make much sense saying it like that in English, so I've just swapped it to what would your ideal or dream house be like? The key thing about this is your sería, which is would be. So we're using your conditional tense. But how I'm going to do it this week is I'm just going to give you some key phrases which you're going to match up and some different activities, and then you're going to have an end task that will be putting it all together. So again, complete the lesson in your exercise books or on a piece of paper or even on a Word document. When you've finished, open up the answers PowerPoint and mark your work in a different coloured pen, and then submit or upload a picture of your work to show my homework. I've put 2 slides as being optional, so if you're struggling to get your work done in the last week of term, leave out those 2 slides. Equally, if you want to push yourself a little bit, then complete those slides. It's entirely up to you. Right, okay, you've seen a Dame Cinco, you've seen this template, I want to say on lesson 3 of this topic, I think when we're doing cómo es tu casa. So basically you've seen this before and you've used sort of the present tense verbs, the tense verbs, the connectives, the adjectives and the excellent phrases probably multiple times during this topic. So it's just, if you don't look back at your notes, which of those can you fill in? So hopefully you can fill in more, well, quite a significant amount more now than you could on lesson 3. So it's really important on this one that you do open up the answers PowerPoint and get a different colour pen and fill in any that you didn't get and mark your work. That would be really great. Right, okay, on this slide you've got the descriptions 1 to 6, and then you've got your pictures A to F, and you need to match them up. So for 7 upper 1, 7 upper 2, 7 upper 3, I've said match up the descriptions, so match up 1 to 6 with the correct letter, and then translate your sentences 1 to 6 into English. For 7 upper 4, 7 upper 5, 7 and 1, again matching the descriptions in the same way, so 1 equals and whatever letter, 2 equals and whatever letter, and then translate 1 to 4 into English. And for 7M2, 7M3 in foundation school, you are just matching up the descriptions with the correct picture. Any words that you don't know, my suggestion would be that you look them up on wordreference.com. But a lot of these have cognates in, or there's sections of the sentence that you should be able to work out. You don't need to know what every single part of the sentence means. But for example, like in number 3, it finishes with mi perro. So what is mi perro and what picture has that on? So you don't need to know what una caseta lujosa is. You just need to know what mi perro is. I've also given you a banco de palabras útiles, and that should help you work out your sentence starter. So, en mi casa de ensueño habría, you should be able to work that out from using your banco de palabras útiles. So I've given you just some key vocab there. Again, open up your answers PowerPoint, mark your work in a different coloured pen. Right, okay, on this slide, this is your conditional tense. So you've got tendría, habría, sería, estaría, me gustaría, me encantaría. 5 and 6 you should know straight away, as we've seen them multiple times, and sería you should be able to work out now. Tendría, habría, and estaría are slightly more difficult, but I want to see what you can try and work out. Again, it is essential on this slide that you open up the answers PowerPoint and mark your work so you know what's right. I'll just give you a few little tips. Tendría comes from your verb tener, to have. Habría is I in the conditional tense, so H-A-Y. So what would that mean if you used it in the present tense, sorry, and then could you maybe swap that into the conditional to make sure it has would in it? So yeah, open up your answers PowerPoint, mark your work. Right, okay, on this slide you've got an otra vez style model answer for answering the question, ¿Cómo sería tu casa ideal? And again, it's got some high level phrases in it. So I think we had one of these in our lesson last week. So all you need to do is read through and find the phrases below in Spanish. So whereas I usually spend my free time, the best, without a doubt, I would like to live, I would have my dream house, there would be, my ideal house wouldn't have, and a lack of space is your last one. So again, when you finish that one, open up your answers PowerPoint. If you want to challenge yourself, an additional challenge, have a go at seeing, could you verbally translate this into English? You don't need to write it down, but just see how far could you get putting this into English. Again, there's some really high level phrases in it. So if there's any words you don't know and you'd like to know, you might want to look them up on wordreference.com and make a note of them in your books. Right, okay, this slide is completely optional, so maybe don't complete this slide until you've completed the rest of the PowerPoint. This is if you need some more work to do because you've finished all your other work. So basically you've got a reading comprehension, you've got 3 people who are talking about their ideal house or where they would like to live ideally. Or the dream houses. So you've got your phrases 1 to 8 that you need to find within the text. So I've said for 7 upper 1, 7 upper 2 and 7 upper 3, find 1 to 8. So my ideal house would be in a house next to the beach, etc. Find the Spanish for them and then translate Alex into English. For 7 upper 4, 7 upper 5 and 7 and 1, find 1 to 8 in the text, and if you're struggling, use wordreference.com. And for 7 upper 2, 7 upper 3 and foundation of school, find 1 to 5 in the text. But again, this slide is optional. Only complete it if you want to do some more work. Again, open up the answers PowerPoint and mark your work for this one. Right, okay, again, this slide is completely optional, but it's specifically targeted at 7 upper 1, 7 upper 2 and 7 upper 3. Again, if you're in another group and you want to have a go at it, feel free to do so. It's not just limited for 7 upper 1 to 7 upper 3. So if you're in 7 upper 4 and you want to have a go at it, go for it. So it's again the exact same text as the slide before, so nothing's different in that sense, but this time you're reading back through the 3 descriptions and work out who says the statements below A to F. So they might not say that exactly, but you should be able to work out whether they say something along those lines. And you just literally right next to it, A equals Alex or Santi or Laura, same for B, and just do it that way. But again, this slide is completely optional. Right, okay, your final task is a writing task. So you're writing a short paragraph describing your dream house or your ideal house. And I've put the Spanish in, so ¿Dónde te gustaría vivir? Where would you like to live? Lo que tendría, so what would it have? Una descripción de tu dormitorio ideal, a description of your ideal bedroom, and una opinión, so your opinion on it. If you need more support on this, go to the next slide. So go to slide 9, and that will give you some sentence starters and some structure. But you won't all need that. So I've just given you a remember to include box. So remember to put in a comparative. So más que, menos que, more than, less than, tan, como, as, a superlative. So lo mejor, lo peor, the best, the worst. Intensifiers, so muy, bastante, un poco. Opinions, so not just giving an opinion, for example, me gusta porque es, or me gustaría in your conditional tense, I would like. And then varied verbs, so we've come across lots of different verbs in this topic that you can add into your answers. I might even, if I was you, go back to that dame cinco we did at the start of the lesson and see how much of that vocab you can put into your answer. And then when you've finished, I want you to draw your dream house. Again, you can label it if you want to. So it's really important when you submit your work that you take a picture of this task, because I can give you feedback on it. But again, see how you get on. Any questions, feel free to put on show my homework and I'll help you with them. Right, okay, this is exactly the same task. This is just a support slide if maybe you're struggling or you don't quite know how to structure your answer. So I've just put it into English. So where would you like to live? And I've given you the sentence starter. Me gustaría vivir en porque sería. So I would like to live in because it would be, and then an adjective would follow. Your second one, what it would have. So I've given you a sentence starter. Mi casa de ensueño tendría. So my dream house would have, and then I said, and then you'd put your rooms after it. You've then got habría, there would be, and maybe again you could have some rooms after it, and then I've just given you some examples. So cine, cinema, piscina, swimming pool, campo de fútbol, a football pitch. And then for your third one, a description of your ideal bedroom. So mi dormitorio ideal sería, my ideal bedroom would be, and then an adjective would follow. And then you could either use habría, so there would be, plus an item of furniture, or tendría, it would have, and again an item of furniture. And then your last one would be your opinion. So I've given you a sentence starter. En mi opinión, mi casa ideal sería, plus an adjective or plus multiple adjectives. So in my opinion, my ideal house would be, and then your adjectives. Right, okay, just wanted to say quickly, thank you for all the work that's been submitted over the last sort of couple of months. I've seen some incredible pieces of work, and again for all your quizzes and show me what you've done on Quizlet. I'm really proud of you. So you've worked fantastically. So again, one final push, get this lesson done, and then you can enjoy your summer holidays. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in September.